Hey everyone, my name is Chris Lambert, and on this channel we talk Kanye West. And today we're going to go over a bit of Kanye news. We have some Kanye tweets, and we have some odd and end headlines, as you can see up top here. So we're starting off with Kanye tweeting this story from TMZ about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris campaign roll out new digital merch on Animal Crossing. So if you're not familiar, Animal Crossing is a Nintendo Switch game where you essentially world build, kind of like The Sims in a way, except way bigger in the sense of how much you can meticulously design your little island and all the things you can get for it. And so they have these signs that you can put up, I guess. And what's funny is that when Kanye tweeted this, I was just like, this is a little ridiculous, right? Like, merch in Animal Crossing. One, because I know there's like a lot of adults that really love Animal Crossing and find it relaxing to cultivate the little island. But I also think it's like, I don't know, kind of a kid's game overall. Maybe I'm wrong on that. And you're just like, Chris, it's not. Very serious. But I was just like, I think that's trying way too hard, right? That was just my response. Like, that's trying hard. Though when you're trying to win a presidential election, you do anything you can to reach out to voters. So in that way, it's like smart, but it's also to me like, geez. And then Kanye followed up like immediately within like 30 seconds of me tweeting that with, the world needs more joy. This idea is super fresh. And what was kind of funny to me was that I was already at like 200 likes, and then I saw the likes drop down to like 150, which was pretty funny. They went back up, but it was just funny to see like the immediate reaction after Kanye tweeted that for people to be like, oh, no, 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 don't like, don't like, don't like. It was great. It's a great idea. Like, the idea is super fresh. I guess so. I still think it's trying a little too hard, but it's Kanye. I think this is the first nice thing he said about Joe Biden. And he had made the tweet congratulating Kamala Harris. So I think this is, just worth noting that Kanye is being appreciative, right? And not just hating anything, but recognizing that this was a fresh idea. Yeah. And then we have Kanye here commenting on Godspeed to my brother John Wexler. This man changed the game with our Adidas deal and helped to bring Adidas to a $62 billion market cap and made me a multi-billionaire. Thank you, John. You changed my life. Pretty heavy words coming from Kanye, right? Like, made me a multi-billionaire. Like, you changed my life. John Wexler, as we discussed in the video the other day that covered the announcement that Wex was leaving, or Flexler, as I like to call him, we had speculated it might be that he was going to take care of family, doing something else, but it actually turns out that he just joined Shopify. There was an article here, and I didn't check what actual position he was going to have at Shopify, but Flex himself announced it on Twitter. So in his new position at Shopify, Wexler will aim to expand the company's partnership with creators and artists, enabling scalable entrepreneurship for a whole new set of small businesses. Ahead of Shopify's announcement of the new hire, Complex spoke with Wexler and Lauren Paldeford, VP and GM at Shopify. Oh man, okay. So I didn't realize there's a whole ass interview here. That's pretty good. So if you're interested in seeing this interview, I'll link this because I'm sure that this is pretty fascinating, especially because Wex was the one responsible for understanding that Adidas needed more partnerships and it couldn't just be athletes, right? For a long time, all sneaker companies had been trying to emulate what Nike did with Michael Jordan, which is what even Nike kept trying to do. And when Nike had success with Kanye, they still didn't see it as a viable market. They just kept doing these one-off shoe deals with other kinds of hip-hop artists or creatives, but not giving them the Jordan treatment. It was really Wexler believing in Kanye and bringing him into Adidas and ushering in these larger partnerships that really changed up where Adidas is now. So him going to do something similar at Shopify, which, if you're not familiar, Shopify is really just a platform for creating like a storefront. We used to use it when we were selling like shirt merch that nobody bought. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of partnerships Wexler tries to bring to the table there. Because I guess you might see that artists are doing merch on like Squarespace or something like that, and Wexler would just try to get them to go to Shopify, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, and here, I'm so happy to share that I'm joining the brilliant team at Shopify. Super excited for this opportunity to help creators bring their ideas to life. So we have that, and then what else do we got? Just the Kanye West in Cannon's Class Part 1. I'm hoping Part 2 drops on Monday, right? We can hope for that. And then Kanye also posted, this is a good start. Kanye West is the highest paid male celebrity in the world. And I'm pretty sure this was off of the Times like 100 highest paid like celebrities, like highest paid athletes, those kinds of lists, and Kanye just being the highest paid male celebrity in the world, which I think is differentiated from whatchamacallit, like entrepreneurs and the like, right? Like Elon Musk while being a celebrity, Jeff Bezos while being a celebrity, I would say probably more like person of interest due to their entrepreneurship, but different category. And then he tweeted, my boy David Blaine, incredible. So this David Blaine stunt was called Ascendancy. And he just strapped himself to all these balloons and just went up into the air. And he actually ended up getting 23,000 feet into the air, or 22,900 feet into the air before dropping. Ascension, not Ascendancy, Ascension. Ascendancy is the Trivium song that I like a lot. But he goes all the way up, and you can see the video of him actually like unhooking and starting to fall, and how long he fell before putting on his parachute. The whole thing is 3 hours if you want to watch the full thing. And then also, this is a classic. Like David Blaine and Kanye kind of go way back. I'm pretty sure this is like 2013, 2014, sometime around that. And Blaine like really freaked Kanye out. He was freaking like a ton of people out with this trick. I'm pretty sure he put like a fork through his hand at one point. Like Kanye's face there, just in utter disbelief. So you have just David Blaine doing like his next stunt and how wild that is. So we have those things, and then this was actually pretty big. So Eli Russell Lennox, I actually should have looked up more of what he did. So somebody might have to remind me of times that he worked with Kanye in the past. But he released this Kanye West Feel Me video. So Kanye had been on the song with Tyga, Feel Me, and we never saw the music video for it. And this was really the first time it ever came out, when he just tweeted it the other day, which I don't know if it's like promotion and somebody told him to like tweet it, or if he was just kind of sick of making this video in 2017 and nobody ever getting to watch it. The video itself is pretty, I want to say cool but strange. Like cool but strange. So you have like a monstrous Kylie Jenner walking around, like 50-foot tall woman kind of thing, and there's monster trucks going, and you have some like like really cool visuals of the monster trucks, and like Kaiju Kylie, which Kaiju Kylie is kind of a good nickname. And then you have like Kim show up, and you don't really see Kim's face at first, but like both Kim and Kylie are like very scantily clothed, and they're the focus of the video despite like the monster trucks. Like you don't really see Tyga or Kanye like all that much. I can't even remember if you see Kanye at all. Like Kim and Kylie were that distracting. And then the main shot that's getting talked about at the end is, I don't know if this is Kim. They're saying it's Kim, but you never really see the face, but you can see that it's a woman kind of sat down in a birthing position, and out walks Kylie Jenner, which wild visual. She was 3 years ago, she was 20 at the time. So I guess that was kind of one of her big public arrivals too. It's weird because Kylie feels like she's been in the limelight for so long, but I guess a lot of her celebrity is really focused on like the last 5 years. So I don't know how much symbolic we should read into that of like the birth of Kylie Jenner kind of thing, but that is how the video ends, which is pretty wild, but definitely worth checking out. And I think it's still available unless it got copyright claimed. Oh no, it got copyright claimed pretty hard. So I guess you'll just have to try and find it, or find versions of it. So here, wait. Kanye West, Ariana Grande, and more musicians crowned Forbes's. Oh, of course, it's Forbes doing a list of the highest paid celebrities. All right, that makes sense. So Forbes announced the world's 100 highest paid celebrities, And a pair from the Kardashian-Jenner family scored the number 1 and number 2 spots. Kylie Jenner and brother-in-law Kanye West rule the throne by bringing in $590 million and $170 million, respectively. Jenner's major $600 million sale of Kylie Cosmetics to Coty back in January sealed the deal, while West's Yeezy sneakers deal with Adidas secured most of his earnings. Wow, yeah. So that's pretty crazy. Elton John still making that list. That's wild. And Ariana Grande made $72 million. Pretty nice. One of these days, maybe I can make $72 million from YouTube. Who knows? And then here, judge keeps Kanye West off Virginia ballot, saying oaths obtained by improper, fraudulent, and or misleading means. So I think there were actually, this and Arizona today both had lawsuits against Kanye to keep him off the ballot. So a Virginia judge on Thursday orders state election officials to keep rapper producer Kanye West name off the state's, rapper and producer. Nah, more than that. But they were obtained by, that's strange. 11 of the electoral oaths submitted were obtained by improper, fraudulent. 2 Virginia men, aided by a Democratic powerhouse law firm, sued for West removal, arguing they had been duped into signing on as electors for the fashion and music mogul's presidential campaign. Oh, now they fashion and music. The ruling comes after Virginia Attorney General. So this is strange. The story is breaking and will be updated. Let's refresh because it's been a few hours since I loaded this. Okay, here we go. That's way different. Wow. Okay, so judges in Virginia and Arizona. So Arizona state judge ruled that the plaintiffs in Arizona's lawsuit Monday were likely to succeed on the merits and arguing that the state law barred West from appearing on a ballot as an independent candidate for president because he's a registered Republican. Damn. Okay. So that's what's going on there. And then where's the other one? So Virginia. Richmond Circuit Judge Joy Taylor's order barred state election officials from printing West's name on ballots and said officials in any communities where his name had already been printed must provide notice to voters that he had been disqualified. The rulings came as questions and legal fight swirl, and Republicans some... So it doesn't actually get into... Does it? Arguing they have been duped into signing... So it doesn't actually say how they have been duped or why they have been duped or why they're coming forward now to say that. That's actually... I'm curious to figure out why that is, because we had heard about the fraudulent signatures, right? That people are signing like Mickey Mouse, or it was the same person signing multiple names kind of thing, which makes sense to me when you're trying to get like 2,000 signatures in 7 days, like something like that, right? That there's people being forced, like just say anything to get them to sign. But when you have electors who are usually like higher up people with like well-known names and reputations, at least like in that political world, right, that you have to schmooze, I wonder how you like lie to them or trick them, right? Not that I'm saying did it happen. I'm just curious what was said to them, because it's different than just getting somebody that's walking into a grocery store to be like, will you please sign this? It's for voting. Rather than going to somebody and being like, hey, will you support Kanye West for president, and say that as an elector you would vote for him if he won the electoral votes for this state. Strange. Okay. And then you see that we're using an ad blocker. Yes. Phoenix area residents. Yeah, just say Kanye's campaign workers are using deceptive tactics. So there's that story, which we're now not going to read. And then we also have this. Oh no, that's the last one. And then here, Kanye having lunch at Latitude 380 in Oxford, Maryland yesterday. Team Kanye Daily had the pictures. You can see here Kanye just happy and smiling with these two women. And then the other picture, oh no, that just makes it big. The other picture right here, Kanye with this guy who has some cool socks. Less happy and smiley, more serious Kanye. Look at the material on those pants and that sweatshirt. Do you think that's like Gap stuff Kanye's been wearing around? Because like I think I would definitely wear that outfit. Those slides look great too. Man, Kanye just makes cool clothes. So this 380, latitude 380 in Oxford, Maryland. One, like, what's Kanye doing in Maryland? The dude was just in Georgia and now he's just flying off to new places. But here's an article from the Baltimore Sun. Like, Kanye West dines at restaurant on Maryland's eastern shoreline. Starts off kind of funny because so Gretchen Gordon didn't believe what she was seeing. He was too short, she told herself. He couldn't be Kanye West. So she sees Kanye walk in and is like, that can't be Kanye. He's so short. And goes to the back and starts Googling Kanye West's height and sees 5'8". And the bartender was just like, no, that's him. So Kanye pulled up in an entourage of 4 cars and got out of a Mercedes. And it was Gordon who cooked West's meal, a hot roast beef sandwich topped with cheddar cheese and crispy onion rings, right? Like, that just got more excessive, right? You're just like, okay, hot roast beef sandwich sounds great with cheddar cheese. Of course, you need cheese on that with crispy onion rings. I wonder if they're like, with the crispy onion rings, are like on the sandwich or on the side. At first, I was thinking on the sandwich, and now as I'm talking about it, probably a side. The rapper also ate fish and chips, she said. Look at that. It was awesome. I've never cooked for a celebrity. My bartender and I were just on cloud 9. I've never cooked for a celebrity. Hold that thought. So she talks about how the group was 7 people, and because there's a law that says that you can only have 6 people per table, they ate in 2 groups. They were wearing masks when they came in. I think they were friends. They were laughing and singing. They had a great time singing. Donda dropping eminently, maybe, if ever. But of course, the recent discord about, so then it just goes on to like Kanye's presidential stuff and mental health and Kim's comments and Donald Trump. So you kind of just get away from everything. And the article kind of like fluffs itself out. And then as Gordon reflected on the day, her mind wandered to a previous brush with celebrity at her old waterfront restaurant in Annapolis when a star stopped by on a super yacht. It was probably 10 years ago, Gordon said, but ironically enough, it was none other than Kim Kardashian, now Kim Kardashian West. So I guess Kim stopped by her restaurant in Annapolis and she didn't cook for her, because it says that cooking for Kanye was the first time that she had cooked for a celebrity, right? Where was it? Where'd it go? I've never cooked for a celebrity, so maybe she didn't cook for Kim that day, but Kim at least stopped by the restaurant. I could just imagine Kim like getting off the yachts and walking up to the restaurant and being like, may I have a glass of water, please? Getting the water, drinking it, and then walking back onto the yachts and floating away. And you're just like, did you not have water on the yachts? I don't know. But where in the world is Kanye today? You know, I wish we knew. Is he back in Georgia? Is he back in Los Angeles? Is he still in Maryland? We have no idea. But some good news, and this is the last bit of info. So Big Sean, good old Sean Don, has finally dropped Detroit 2. A long-awaited follow-up to whatever his last album was. And Kanye is actually an executive producer on the album. So this is something that people have been looking forward to for a while. It's still under the Good Music label, believe it or not. And we'll see how it is. I don't know how initial reactions are, but I'm actually going to listen to this when I'm in bed tonight, so I'll have some kind of response on it tomorrow. And we'll talk a little bit about Kanye production. And I hope you all are enjoying the new background that we got behind me. I gotta have more pictures on the wall. I actually have them framed sitting off to the side here. But that wall is going to get filled with a few more pictures. This one right here is right there, is the Kanye Yeezus tour in Australia picture, which is kind of cool because especially when you turn the lights out, it glows in the dark, which is pretty awesome. And then I have a Fight Club poster over my shoulder there, and then a picture of our cat Felix, but done as a general, which is kind of funny. We don't have a picture of Archer yet, who is right there on the ground. I think this might be his video debut, isn't it? Little 8-month-old corgi, but yeah, looking forward to filling this out over the next couple of weeks. Oh, and the Yeezys. You can see back behind pairs of the Yeezys, the frozen yellows, the triple whites, the Tetra? No, Tetra? Tetra. The 700 V2s. The Inertias. What else? We got the cloud whites down there, and then over the other shoulder we have the zebras, the triple black reflectives, the belugas? Not belugas. I forget what the gray ones are called. And then, not blue tint, something else. Salt? Yeah, the salts. And statics, Yakels, and then the inertias again. Man, I'm blanking on my Yeezy names, but that's it. So if you enjoy the background, it's going to be filled out a little bit more. And then I was trying to get the Azareth Yeezys because I think they're awesome, but couldn't cop next time. Maybe I'll get the Quantums. We'll see, but I probably won't. You just keep failing. I had a run of great luck, and now I just fail. Anyway, I'm going to do the closing spiel now. If you're enjoying the channel and you want to support us, the easiest way is liking, subscribing, commenting, as those things tell YouTube that people enjoy this channel, and then they send it or show it to more people in the browser feature, you know? And then the other thing we're most well known for our lyrical analysis podcast and our lyrical analysis of Kanye's discography. Currently on our Patreon, we used to have all the albums, but we're starting to go back through. So currently for $5 a month, you can get our college dropout season, and then our Yeezus, Life of Pablo, Yay, Kids See Ghosts, and all the Jesus is King episodes are going to be moving over to there shortly. Though the Jesus is King episodes are still free on iTunes and Spotify and everywhere. But we've also just started our late registration season, which is going to be Patreon exclusive for a little while. So if you want to follow 2 episodes a week, you're going to want to check out the Patreon for $5 a month. We actually recorded Heard 'Em Say today, and that comes out tomorrow. So you'll get our overview episode and the Heard 'Em Say episode immediately, and then 2 episodes a week following that, which, you know, you can't beat that deal. And after we do late registration, we'll get into Graduation, 808s, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Yeezus, and Life of Pablo redone as well. So there's a lot of content that's going to be Patreon exclusive for a long time. And, you know, your support on there is appreciated. That's patreon.com/Kanye podcast. And then lastly, I don't think anybody cares though, I write novels, and my second book came out a few months back. So if you want to read some pretentious literary fiction written by me, your support on that means a lot. The book links will be down in the description. So until next time, stay wavy and keep it loopy. Cheers.